Welcome to the Geeks Attic. This is a heavy spoiler review of Star Wars Dooku Jedi Lost. Star Wars Dooku Jedi Lost is the first audio-only presentation for Star Wars material in the new canon. Now, I'm going to do a voiceover for the rest of the video. Please enjoy. Star Wars Dooku Jedi Lost is an audio presentation written by Cavan Scott and was published by Penguin Random House Audio. The runtime is just shy of 6.5 hours. It's narrated by a full cast with several familiar voices that have appeared in other Star Wars content. To name a few, we've got Ewan Morton as Dooku, Orla Cassidy as Asajj Ventress, Mark Thompson as Yoda, January Lavoie as Jor Aerith, Jonathan Davis as Qui-Gon Jinn, along with many other cast members. And now I'm going to do the whole rundown with spoilers. So the rest of this video is all spoilers. You've been warned. Asajj Ventress, sent on a mission by her master Count Dooku to find someone. She learns of Dooku's past through various hollows and even his personal journal on this mission. The story of Dooku's life unfolds before her eyes, from his youth as a Jedi youngling to the Sith he becomes. Dooku, an heir to the royal family of Serenno, which isn't just the planet's name, but the name of the family line. Long ago, Serenno, an ancestor of Dooku, led a victorious charge against the Sith Empire that ruled over the planet. Once their bondage to the Sith was broken, the other family houses on the planet gave Serenno the honor of ruling house on their planet's government. For generations, the family has held the royal seat. Dooku discovers his family when he's a young Jedi initiate, when he is on Serenno with other initiates and Jedi. He meets his sister, Jinza, and has an immediate bond with her. Throughout Dooku's life, he secretly stays in regular contact with her via holo messages. When Dooku was a young child, after it was known that he had Force abilities, his father was a jerk and thought that Jedi were freaks, so he threw Dooku outside the castle gates alone with no clothing or shelter. His father then contacted the Jedi Order to come pick up his son. So, as you've gathered, his father was a mean, selfish jerk. Dooku also has a brother, Ramil. He too is a massive jerk. Random fact, there are 3 pillars that the Jedi focus on: the Force, knowledge, and self-discipline. In Dooku's youthful Jedi initiate days, his pal Sifo Dyas finds a journal in his dormitory that belonged to a myth amongst the younglings, Padawan Terradine. Not only did this journal prove that Terradine wasn't just a myth, but he was real. He was a Padawan who was always up to no good. His journal revealed secrets of the Jedi Temple. In the journal, they find instructions on how to find their way to the Stacks, to the Bogan Collection, which is the archive of forbidden artifacts. The journal reveals the identity of another fallen Jedi, Radaki. He became a Sith Lord named Darth Krall. He won the Battle of Wasteland years and tamed something called the Nightmare Conjunction. At night, Dooku and Sifo Dyas snuck their way down to the Bogan to get a close look at Sith artifacts and other devices shrouded in darkness. This would be Dooku's first real exposure to the dark side. The Jedi Master Leen Kostana, aware of the boy's interest in the old artifacts, has a heavy interest in the mystical force. She believes the Jedi Order should do more in their research and study of the Sith history, to be aware of darkness so history doesn't repeat itself. She will choose Sifo Dyas as her Padawan. Sifo Dyas has a lifelong struggle with visions in the Force. Leen helps him stay focused, sane, and from falling into darkness. The Jedi believe that looking into the future can actually lead to the dark side. Yoda actually takes on Dooku as a Padawan. Well, Dooku grows up and actually has 2 Padawans of his own throughout his life. Rael Averross, which you can learn more about in Star Wars Master and Apprentice, and Qui-Gon Jinn. We follow Dooku and Qui-Gon on a personal mission which leads them to uncover secret activity going on in the Jedi Council by Master Braylon. Braylon was a seeker. She would roam the galaxy for years at a time, seeking younglings strong in the Force. It's uncovered that she gave birth to a child on one of her long missions, and we all know that love is forbidden by the Jedi Order. That child actually became a Jedi, with a gambling problem. Once Qui-Gon is no longer under Dooku's wing, he's out on his own being a Jedi Knight, Dooku is offered a seat on the Jedi Council, and he accepts. He believes change must come to the Order, and it must come from within. While on the Council, he addresses the Republic Senate. He hopes to spread Republic security to the further reaches of the Republic worlds. Sadly for Dooku, the Senate votes no. After the vote, Dooku's first Padawan returns to Coruscant for a brief time, and while he's there, he introduces Dooku to Senator Palpatine. So, Palpatine must have had his eye on other candidates for his sinister plot to rule the galaxy. And shortly after that meeting, a droid approaches Dooku to reveal a message from his sister, Jinza. She tells of an invasion on Sereno by Abyssin raiders. The Republic and the Jedi refuse to send aid to Sereno, so Dooku hooks up with his old pal Sifo Dyas and Lean Castana to see what they can do for the planet and its people. Their presence brings even more chaos to Sereno. Dooku raises an ancient beast called the Terra Taka from deep underground that was once used by the Sith as a war beast. Dooku connects to the beast's mind via the Force to unleash havoc. The Abyssin raiders are driven out, however the ruler of Sereno, Count Ramil, Dooku's brother, takes Dooku and his sister Jinza captive. Ramil has been refusing to help the citizens of Sereno, while he surrounds himself with security droids. Dooku slays his brother. He then claims his role as Count of Sereno, the rightful heir to the throne. He contacts Yoda and explains to him that he can no longer serve on the Jedi Council or be part of the Jedi Order. Now that Dooku's past is behind us, we get back to the more current time where Asajj Ventress was sent on her mission to find someone, and that someone is Jinza. And now she must fulfill that mission and assassinate Dooku's sister, and she succeeds. And now for my overall thoughts. Dooku Jedi Lost is an outstanding audio presentation. I really do wish this story was available as a book so we can hold it in our hands. However, the voice actors did a wonderful job portraying their characters. Some we are familiar with, others that are new. The story is rich with connective threads that tie into other canon material. Finding out about Dooku's past wasn't always on the top of my list of things I wanted in Star Wars. This story proved me wrong. It's full of surprising details that got me really excited. The only minor negative thing that I would have with this book is that there's some cheesy moments with the voice acting, but other than that, I dig it. So do I recommend that you listen to Star Wars Dooku Jedi Lost? Most definitely yes. If you would like to purchase this title, I have provided a link down in the description box below. As for the rating, I give this audio presentation an A+. And that'll do it for this video. Check me out at thegeeksaddict.com and find me on all social media at thegeeksaddict. Have a good one.